Hello everyone. Today we are going to demonstrate inheritance concept, a very important concept of C++. In C++, we are using inheritance concept just not to do the programming, but to implement code reusability and to enhance modularity of the program. It gives us clean code and saves our time and effort also. So now we are explaining a code where we will find out the area, but not by procedural programming, using the object-oriented programming, and moreover, inheritance concept also will be here. So we are going to start now. So let us start the program, and line by line we will demonstrate how the inheritance concept is useful and beneficial in comparison to normal procedural programming. So first of all, we include our header file over here in the very first line has include IO stream, and .h concept is not there now. In the modern concept, we only use this library iostream.h because it is not a .h file now. It is input output stream library only. Then we write using name space std. There is a reason behind this. So what is the reason? If we are not using this namespace concept, then this standard std file we need to write again and again, and we must have to use scope resolution operator. So let us see how. If you're not writing this line, then we are using std, then again scope resolution, then cout. This is the funda actually, because this namespace is a group of names, just to avoid the conflict of names that under this name different categories, and under different categories different names are saved. Let us suppose take an example. In a school there is a teacher of maths Rahul, and again there is a teacher of physics Rahul. So which Rahul we are talking about? This is a conflict happens. So to avoid this conflict, there is a space called namespace where the names are grouped under different category. So cout and cin, these two basic input output functions are grouped under this std standard group. So whenever we want to write this or we want to use cout and cin, we must have to include this std. And if you are not using in the top part, means in the global part, the std namespace we are not including, then whenever we are using cout and cin, we must have to specify the math one Rahul or the physics one Rahul. The same funda works over here. So we will declare it on the top only. So we need not to write with this scope resolution operator again and again. To avoid this, we have included on the global part. So now we are rubbing it. And now we are moving towards our program. So these two main things we have included. Now we will start our program. First of all, we will create a class and object we are using. So first we are creating our base class. This is a comment line, and for the single comment line, we are including these two forward slashes. And now we'll start the program. Our first class, that is called shape class, we have created, and inside that class, our data members will be and our member functions will be included. So first of all, we are using the specifier, access specifier, public and colon. And public, why? Because we want that our data members should be accessible throughout of the program. Anyone inside the program can access our data members. That is why we have written public. And if you not write the public, then by default it is not public, it is protected, and then the problem arises. So public we have written, and now we'll declare our data members double, because length and breadth can be of any length, so we have taken double data type, and breadth we have taken. Next, now we are going to start our member function, so that is of void type, it will not return anything, so that is why void get data is our name of member function, and we are Now defining our member function. So what it will do? So it will print. Now cout we are writing, but we need not to include here std and scope resolution, because globally we have defined that we are going to use the standard function std function. Now inside the cout we are going to give a message to take the input, because our function get data will take the input from the user. So we are writing here enter length, and the entered length should be inside the memory. So that is why this function, and whatever we have taken, that will be length, our length, sorry. Then again we will give a message for our breadth, and then we will enter our breadth also, b r e a d t h. So this is our breadth, and now we will close our member function, and then we will close our class also. So this class is ended now. Now we are going to start our derived class, means which is called child class also, rectangle. So now this rectangle class will derive all the properties of the parent class. So that is the funda actually, inheritance derives all the properties of the parent class. Properties means here we have used this data members and this member function, both will be automatically derived inside the child class rectangles. For that we have used colon over here, and then we will write public our base class, that is parent class. Then inside that again some features of child class also must be there. So that will be uh, we are including over here a member function area that will calculate or return our area. So that will be length and breadth. Okay, so this is how our function will calculate. So our function closed, and our class also will be closed now. Now we are going to start our main function, that is int main. So here only the execution starts in the program, otherwise the execution will not take place. So main function started. Inside that main function, we will make a object, and that object will be the point by which we can access all the data members and data member functions we have created. Rather, whether it will be from the child class or it will be from the parent class, both. But one twist is there, we are creating the object of child class only, not for the parent class, because it's not required. The parent class, all the properties have already been included in the child class. So object will be created for the child class only, rectangle R. And then inside this class, R will be the object for all parent and child, all the functions and all the data members that will be accessed by this R object. Now directly we can call the function from the parent class, from the child class by this object. So first of all, we are going to call the function from the parent class, that is R, and dot operator will be used, get data function, because it will be called, so user will be able to give the input inside the computer, length and breadth, that to be calculated upon afterwards. Next, we'll give a message that area of rectangle equal to afterwards we will call here the function area, which is calculating our area, and inside the child class this function is there. So above we have called this get data from the parent class and this area function from the child class. Okay, and next, this is the end of our program, and now this end function int main will be ended with a return 0. First we'll match the braces are okay or not. This braces, first braces, and this ended up here. This braces ended up here. This is fine. This braces ended up here. This braces ended up here. Fine. This int main braces ended up here, and these three braces are extra, so we'll just delete them and we'll run our code. So this is asking for the length. We'll enter length here, suppose 45, and again it is asking for breadth, so we have entered 52 and then press enter. So this is our area of rectangle. So we have seen here, by the object of the child class we are calling the member function from the parent class, and we are calling the child class function as well also. But if we have to take out the area again and again for different length and breadth, we can just call the get data function as many times we want, and as many times the area will be calculated. This is how inheritance supports code reusability. I hope you understand the concept. Thank you.